2021. Young up-and-coming stars like Yang and Ding.
Consider the effect of their training program and their team concept. They have a fabulous array of young talent. There's a good shot of how he's caught a little bit off balance. He's late for it. He decides he might as well just take the chance and see if it's out while he's there. Good drop shot by Frost. Good angle on that one. I think the reason why he hit that ball was that Han Yan's return was so short. He probably wishes he'd smashed it. He's there in time. He flicks it back. Now Frost is a little bit late. Han Yan jumps a foot and a half in the air and turns his arm the other way and cross-courts it onto the line. Incredible control. And very, very tiring to do that. For every smash, you can just see a little bit of the legs wander out from under you. Frost is making move to every corner of the court. There's his second smash in a row. It's got to be taking its toll on Han Yan. And yet if he doesn't smash, he can't put the boot away.
Morten process would actually consider a little bit better. There's the score. 8-7. Jian leading Frost at this moment. Jian played against Morten Frost yesterday in the semi-final action and really gave him not a very good match, whereas Han Yan, who is not as highly regarded in international play as Yang, really putting up a test of 1-point leads at this point.
That match yesterday between Frost and Yang was a bit of a disappointment, Peter, and a lot of people were saying that it was just because Frost looked so invincible. He's relentless with his defense and just can't seem to get the bird through him with any regularity. Han Yan smashing twice in a row there, now taking a little rest, hitting a drop shot. They've got to recover during the rally because it's so exhausting to jump and smash. Han Yan say that he must have crushed it or flattened it on one side by hitting it with that racket.
It all.
Another interesting thing to look for, Peter, is the length. You can tell by where Frost is standing when he hits the bird from the backcourt how deep Han Yan has hit it. When he's standing within the back two lines, you know that Han Yan's depth is terrific, and that's got to tell on anybody. And you can see that Han Yan is hitting every bird from the backcourt, standing between the back two lines. That means he's traveling every inch of the court. He's getting a real workout. Oh, he's going for a winner here. He's got to do that in order to certainly
I think the longer they keep playing like this, Morten Frost is just having Han Yan play right into his hands.
Here you see Frost is walking back. He knows that he wants to keep him out there for a long time, but Han Yan surprised him with a smash, and Frost was taking it just a little too easily. Frost is, I think, obviously conserving his energy and saving his strength.
Colonial, that he is one of the most fit athletes in the world.
I always joke with my tennis playing friends, Peter, that when you become too old, the badminton
I mentioned that fact. It's going on now to a couple of tennis players here in Calgary over the last couple of days, and a few take exception to that claim, Jamie, and we don't need some fitness testing to verify my statements.
I'm sure if they're here today, Peter, that they'll agree. See how quickly Frost is into the net.
Exhausting for the players. First game rather.
Han Yan staying with his deep serve. He wants Frost as far back as possible. And Han Yan would prefer for Frost to hit the board up because then most of the rallies that he's going to win are going to be smashes. Frost go back into the net by Frost. And that's it. You can see Frost was starting as Yan's depth was a little bit out, a little bit short. There you see Frost. He's able to go into the net with such balance. Again, he can hit a net shot, cross-court it, flick it. There he is again. He's so quick moving to the net. I would say his greatest strength other than his consistency.
It's 7-9 now.
Telling shot there, Peter. Yan just hit the bird out by a foot. We haven't seen him miss by that much today. I hope it's not indicative that he's hurting.
8. It wasn't any more poorly executed than the last stroke by Morten Frost.
Yes, an unforced error, very unusual with Frost. He just doesn't seem to make those. Beautiful net play by both players, especially Frost. He's really in control of the net because he's there so quickly. The other thing that Frost has been doing for a while is he's been able to dictate the pace of the game. He wants to keep it dropping, clearing with the occasional smash. He does not want to play a flat, hard, attacking, crisp game because the Chinese are so good at that. Both players showing good depth, good control. Han Yan's shot in the side might have been out. Frost played it anyway.
Morten Frost now perhaps digging himself into a hole.
Now I think the play starts to get serious. Peter at 10-8, 1 or 2 points pitch in winning territory. Beautiful cross-court net play by Han Yan. He goes back and goes on the line. Really, Han Yan did not expect Frost to be able to clear the bird to the back of the court. So he's behind the bird there. He knows that if he hits it, it'll be a desperate shot. If it's close, he might as well take the chance. He's blowing out, but it just misses.
Morten Frost asks the umpire for a moment to wipe perspiration from his face, which is a practice that the players have to employ in order to be able to legally leave the court.
That's right. There are no breaks here. It's not like other sports where you can pretty well take as much time as you like to prepare for the next rally.
Frost, after all, thought showing some fatigue at that point.
He's got 10 points. He's got to win this first game. He may also be fitter than everybody thinks.
I'm just going to do a quick check. I don't know if anybody has scored that many points against Frost in this entire competition. And in fact, that is true. 8 points, the most scored against Frost up to this point in the competition. He's not lost a game.
Frost is shaking himself. He knows he's got to stay to this seat. Han Yan controlling the play in this rally. Now he jumps, he smashes to the backhand. Frost is expecting it to his forehand and can't get over there. Frost is slowing up a bit here, Peter. I think you may be right. He may be winded for a minute. I think true fitness in this game is not that you don't get tired, but that you can recover. And Frost will recover. That's right.
Service over, 11-8. Han Yan leads Morten Frost 11-8 here in game number 1. After Saturday in Calgary, Alberta, World Badminton Championship, Morten Frost and Han Yan in the men's singles final.
Two things have to be going through Frost's mind here, Peter. One is he should probably become a little more aggressive here to try and forestall this not easy, but this first game victory by Han Yan. The second thing is he has to keep Han Yan out here as long as possible. If Frost believes he's the fitter of the two, he should prolong this first game every minute.
Well, it's been close to 23 minutes right now, so it is one of the longer games we've witnessed this week.
Not at all unusual for a men's singles game to last a half an hour and a match an hour and a half. Frost is becoming a little more aggressive now, and this is a good rally for him. He's been in control. Instead of smashing, he's hitting it back, making sure that Hanyan is going right to the back of the court.
He's on points right now, though, Jamie.
Yes, he does, and he'll probably stick with his short serve. Maybe vary it now. No, there he is with his short serve. Becoming more aggressive. Yeah, I see him take the offensive here. He jumps up. He wants to get the bird down. There he is now. He's so quick. He lands on his toes. He's already in the net trying to put it away.
Another point, making it 10-12.
Hanyan's had a little rest here the last 2 points. Watch for a major rally, either this one or the next one. Now Hanyan wants it. He's decided that's it. There's the first match. Now, Frost thinks it's coming on the other side. You see him lean to the right, and it's down the line. This is a big point here, Peter. To get 13 first would mean that Frost can't win without extra points. They seem to sort of continue to rally until one of them decides that they might try something adventurous. It's almost a mental battle to see which one can outwork the other one. Now they're both still just waiting.
And the Frost is starting to show signs of fatigue. He hasn't only pressed this long in a match this week.
Hanyan had his racket on his forehand side and couldn't quite get it over in the backhand. Now this shot usually would either be at the body. There's a good shot of Frost smash, and I think he was surprised that was a winner because it wasn't a body shot and it wasn't on the line.
3 points down, 10-13.
It's as if Hanyan is saying to Frost, come and get me now. If you feel like smashing for 3 points, go ahead. Now there's a shot right at the body. Hanyan up again, smashes out. Although they're going to continue to play. Good deep serve. You see how deep Frost is. A very deep base on the court. He stands back far to defend. And that shot is crossing in front of him and he can't reach it. Lovely net play. Now Hanyan's got to put this away. And he does. There he is. Going up for the kill. First one, second one. Winning this rally would give Hanyan game point. That's a an effective shot for Frost, as I say, because Han Yan is standing a little far back, as is his style.
Frost trying to get to 13 to settle into extra points, similar to a tiebreaker in tennis.
He hated to miss that. He would love to have had another chance to serve instead of, here you see him jumping with that winner, rolling the arm over from right to left, just missed by an inch.
Watch this point once again.
There you see the beautiful drive shot by Frost that fooled Han Yan.
The last hand in, he indicates set 5. Level will play up to 5 points at level, starting Morten Frost serving. Just like a tiebreaker in tennis, except it's up to 5.
Han Yan's choice of 5 points rather than 2 surprises me. He must feel either that he's fit enough to play extra points, or that he doesn't like to set at 2 with Frost serving. Frost could score 1 easy point and have game point.
Almost eliminates the fluke aspect of winning the game.
Exactly.
After toiling for almost a half an hour, you can see
in 2013 he's played beautiful badminton. And that's a
as you see here, no objection.
It was a good call. I should say that my vantage point is not as good as the linesman's, Peter. Or my eyes, probably.
He's a bit closer to the action.
Indeed.
Game point here for Morten Frost. Correction. 2 points now out of the 5 for Frost.
Beautiful smash return by Frost. Flicked it back deep into the court. Han Yan has to get a serve here. And Frost knows that if he wins this first game, it's got to have a depressing effect on Han Yan.
Han Yan getting a real pull of the coach.
Frost put it away.
Quite a string of consecutive points right now for Morten Frost, 6 in a row.
Here you see Frost put away everything into it, coming down on his toes, and he's ready for the next one, but it's not coming back.
Frost came into the service trailing 10-13. Took it to extra points, and it's now 3-love. It's that out.
Service over. Now, Han Yan is going to serve.
Winning extra points here in the first game. 3-love's the score for Morten Frost. First player of 5 won his game right after they were tied at 13-all.
As he becomes more and more fatigued, that's going to have an effect on the psychology that he puts into the game. Good cross-court smash by Frost. Frost just never seems to make a mistake. You know that Han Yan has to come up with another smash here to try and win it. His clear was on the line. And made a put-away try at the net, but hit it right to Han Yan's forehand. Han Yan hit it out, however.
3-1 the score in the extra points.
Frost very very cool here. He wants a new bird before he tries for this first game point.
Also gives them an opportunity for a little bit of a breather.
You can see they're both sweat-soaked. That's why I'm a little wishful thinking. It wasn't all this, it was 2, which for those players is a lot. Frost wants to stop this right now. He doesn't want to let any momentum build on Hanyan's part. Good net play by Hanyan.
Again.
First game to Morten Frost, 18-14.
Is there an expression, when they go in these extra points, is there an expression like in tennis, there's a tiebreaker? Is there something?
Set or no set? Set.
Second game.
Is there an expression, when they go in these extra points, is there an expression like in tennis, there's a tiebreaker? Is there something?
Set or no set? Set.
Second game.
Very important for Frost to have won that first game.
Olympic Saturday in Calgary, Alberta. World Championship finals action. Hanyan of China and Morten Frost of Denmark. As we begin play in game number 2. Morten Frost took the first game, 18-14. Needing extra points to do so after coming back from a 10-14 set. Having to send it into the set and winning the set 5-1.
Key for Morten to have won that first game, Peter. He kept Jian out there for 7 minutes. He did go with the first game. Even if he'd lost the first game, I think he would have been happy with the duration of the first game. But he has to be thinking now that he's fitter than Hanyan. He's younger. He plays more a fitness and control type game. He's comfortable knowing that Hanyan has to win this game just to prolong a third, and Hanyan must be discouraged.
I'm going to say it might be interesting to see the psychological differences now, the advantage or disadvantage of that first game, because Hanyan pretty well have to win that one, I think.
Well, you might see Morten loosen up a little bit. And you might see Hanyan become more aggressive. He's got to put the bird away. But he knows from experience in the first game that he's got to hit the bird 3 times or more to get a winner.
Too loud.
But he did there. He looked like he was trying to smash a little bit too hard, and it looks like they broke the bird.
Not too often in this competition have we seen a situation where Morten has lost 3 straight points so quickly either.
No, that's right. I think perhaps a little letdown for him after winning the first in relief. Oh, that's loud again. 3 of his 4 miscues have been on smash attempts. He's got to slow down, go back to his steady game, wait for an opportunity.
Service over, love 4.
Frost serving now at love 4.
This match is really a delight to watch, Peter. Both players are so even and such beautiful movers on the court. This was, you'll see Frost look for this on his forehand. Here you see Han Yan go on, and they're just rallying generally. Frost was a little bit surprised there, but he gets back. He hits a good smash, and Han Yan returns it. There's the shot.
He was expecting forehand, and it came backhand.
Frost is saying to himself, this is not what he wants. Having kept him out there for 35 minutes in the first game, he cannot give him an easy second game. He's got to make him work for it, even if Han Yan takes it. And that's out.
6-6. Love.
Both players show virtually no emotion on the court, although Han Yan does have a terrific sense of humor, Peter, on and off the court. He's one of the few Chinese players here in the tournament that speaks English, and he's got quite a dry wit.
Also, the ball is out.
I think that has been allowed by the linesman to see the ball because Morten Frost stood between him and the board, which landed out of the court, and hence the umpire called it out.
Which was the correct call.
You'll see him stand there. He is exactly between, his foot is exactly between the board and the linesman.
9-6.
I can't get over, Jamie, how discreet, polite the players are with reference to their treatment of the officials.
Are appalled by some of the behavior in the other racket sports, not to mention any in particular, any particular players, but in badminton, I think without exception, people still remember that the officials are in charge, that they are necessary, even if they are necessary evil when they're on the court in terms of determining fair play, and are very respectful of each other's abilities and their requirements for fairness.
Han Yan of China leads Morten Frost of Denmark 7-1 here in the men's final at the World Badminton Championships in Calgary, Alberta. We're in game number 2. Frost won the first game. Service goes over at 1-7.
Now, a little more aggressive here from Frost. He does not want him to get away. You can see the incredible pounding that the ankles and the Achilles tendon take. The feet in this game take a tremendous beating. Calf muscles, quadriceps all straining. The movement is fantastic, covering every inch of the court, not like other racket sports where the ball rolls to you.
I would think just from that picture you have to go to no stopping and starting when you know what racket sports is about.
That's right, and with the overhead stroke, the predominant stroke model in this game, it's extremely tiring, pumping that blood up your arm.
Last 7 is 4 starts going to 7.
Few cheap points here for Frost. He's working on it though. Good smashing with the body. It could be because he's tired. Now you see Han Yan serving and he goes back so far. That's that deep defensive base that I say that he takes, and that's why it makes him vulnerable to a cross-court smash that puts him a little bit off balance. You can see Frost doing more smashing now. I think he's more or less determined that he can't get in much trouble hitting the board. If his fitness is there, he might as well do it. Now, Han Yan's accuracy on his smash is not as good as it was in the first game. He's smashing closer to the inside of the court and fewer shots on the lines. That was a winning shot. A slice overhead drop that would have fallen if it had been over the tape, just inside the line.
7-4, Han Yan of China serving Morten Frost of Denmark.
There's the same shot. He made it that time.
he probably has the most lucrative contracts in all of the sport as far as endorsements are concerned. I'm sure that a world championship title under his belt could do nothing but good for him.
Well, I think there's no doubt about that. He is probably the best paid player in the sport. Estimates are that his contracts over 5 years run about $250,000 a year. Here you see Jian, he serves and he's relaxed, but he goes so far back when he's waiting for the return. He only gets away with it because he's so quick to the net. Got his racket on it and flipped it back. There you see it coming off the top of the net. Now you see Jian rolls it back up and the ball bounces over. Frost is there, but he can't quite get to it. Incredible control over a spinning, twisting object. 10 smashes. There's a 5-minute rest period. See how Jian is there quickly. He's got lots of oomph left in his legs. Now he is hitting the bird again, still jumping up. He's a 1.5 feet off the ground, and that's the winner.
In the first game, Morten Frost came back repeatedly throughout and finally came back from a 10-13 deficit, descended into extra points, and eventually win 18-14. Can he repeat?
Frost going for a deep serve here, Peter. That's one of the first times in this game we've seen him. And that was a wild shot.
Game number 2, the score is 11-4. Jian leading Morten Frost. 11-4 the score here. Jian trying to win game 2 to send it to the deciding game at the World Championships.
Jian's net has improved over the course of the season. He's as impassive as ever. You just can't tell what he's feeling. He's hitting the bird from, you see, in front of the second line, fakes a smash, and it's a drop shot. And a weak return, and he puts it away. Takes such an incredible 12.
Morten's philosophy right now might be that he just wants to keep him out here a little bit, not concede this one totally, but keep chipping away, perhaps never get up enough to win it, but at least tire his opponent out.
A good quick drop shot by Frost that really was on the floor before Jian moved. Again, it's that deep base that he takes that sometimes causes him problems. Now what Jian has to do is Frost gets the momentum and score 3 or 4 points and put him back in this game. It's all right to rest 1 or 2 points, but no more than 7 or 8 score for Frost before he gets in trouble. Back to the short serve. It really is. Jian sort of taking a rest here, I think. I don't think he'd mind Frost creeping up to 6 or 7, but...
Victory in game number 2 is Jian of China. One of the most personable players we've met here this week.
He's a really good man, isn't he? Fabulous struggle here, but these players are really doing it all. A little fake net shot there by Jian. We haven't seen too much deception from him, other than overhead.
And now the Chinese and Danish shooting sections are starting to get behind their countrymen.
Jian hits a cross-court smash return beautifully. See a good reaction here. Jian hits the bird deep in the corner. Doesn't really expect to smash, but that was the next shot here. Frost goes in and lifts it. Now here he goes back and he hits it. Jian isn't expecting it and it comes right at his stomach and he can't get out of the way. Beautiful net shot by Jian. But Frost is everywhere in the court. Again, a lovely spinning net shot by Jian. His body fast enough.
If he loses this point, they'll have a crowd cheer.
Picked up by Jian, he was lucky, he almost left it.
will see the U.S. Championship.
I'm not sure where we're picking this up. Here's the smash. Right to the legs. He hit it so hard that Frost did not have time to move his body. Now, Hanyan is saying, what the heck was that?
Then he had equally as tough a shot, picking it off just off the floor. Frost coming back.
That was really a tough try for Frost Peter. He got the last one and this one on the amusement from Hanyan. Perched down the hill over top of Frost's head. Hanyan needs a point here.
Frost, who seems to play his best with his back
Allowed Hanyan to hit 13 first, which he did in the first game. Frost is taking no more nonsense here. He's decided to smash the bid whenever he can.
Frost needing a 5-point comeback right now.
Which one of them is thinking about the 5-minute rest after the second game, Peter?
They're both very fatigued.
Not the standard of play hasn't deteriorated at all. If anything, it's picked up.
You wouldn't know it except when the brakes went off to pick up the bird.
Exactly. Hanyan on it. There's a short return by Frost.
Setting this in the deciding game.
Spins it over the tip. Now he's relaxed. His return is short.
Switching the religions back and forth, Jimmy. I think half would like to see Morten win it, and the other half hoping that Hanyan extends it at least to the deciding game, and then we'll really get a great determinant of the champion.
I think that I would like to see a third game. It would be the first time that our player has really been extended in this tournament. And it would be a fair result since they're so even. Look for him to go for it.
Frost not out of it, 8-14.
Hanyan broke a string on that smash, and he'll change his racket.
Quickly, please.
The umpire instructs him to hurry up.
Doesn't allow him to get an unfair advantage with a slight rest. Frost left the court as well.
At this level, a new racket. Now, that is something that you won't see very often. Such a gentlemanly thing for Frost to do, to offer Hanyan a hit of the bird with the new racket. You don't have to do that, and it's not usually done. But it's just an example of class. Look at how quickly Frost was in the net. He was almost tripping over himself in his eagerness to get there. Looks like the racket
Has to be saying, I can't let it happen again. Tied up at 13, send it into set, which is 5 points. In that case, now, if we can come back to tie at 14, the tiebreaker is only 3 points.
Frost went for it. He landed it and he smashed it. Hit that bird hard. Hanyan smashing everything that's lifted now, as is Frost. There's only 1 point to play. They're going to be the aggressor on it. Beautiful net play, and that's short. He'll smash it. can see they're going at it right from the start here. I don't know how Jian clears the board from...
Frost now serving. Frost, 27 years old, recognized as the number 1 or 2 best player in the world, depending on who you ask, the Chinese, the Danes.
That's correct. And one of the canniest players anywhere in Asia or the world. Morten Frost, known for his intelligent play in the court. Both gentlemen, both fantastic athletes.
Sure. And at this level, Jamie, you think of the fact that the World Championships are held every second year, and therefore, fellow who wins a World Championship may be one of the top 3 or 4 by the time he comes around to the next one.
Exactly, and the Chinese have so many youthful players with such potential that Frost may be thinking this is his last chance. He's never won a World Championship. And it's certainly Jian's last chance at 29. That's in. He has to be careful not to get too far behind here because the physical effort to catch up would be too much for him. I must say he's not looking any more tired than Frost. Simple smash in the top, and you can see that it was also directed at the bottom. Yeah, like the roll at the sides, your only distance you have to make sure is that your angle is right.
As we mentioned earlier, one of the most likable people in the entire Chinese delegation. In fact, probably one of the most traveled as well. Jimmy, he's competed throughout Europe, North America. Speaks English very well.
And the Chinese have a huge delegation here. We have 15 officials, 5 coaches.
I can't tell if that is over because we can't understand what they're saying. But he'll job with us, he'll be right by the court and watch them warm up, things like that. He's quite a guy. He's telling us yesterday that we asked him how the Fed was over here as far as his delegation is concerned. And he's all the time.
Almost impassive on the court, but I have seen him carry on in matches before. He's got a sense of humor.
Well, the whole delegation is much looser now. All the Chinese teams since they started competing again over here. Their dress and their mannerisms. Very power athletes and outstanding competitors.
Chinese in 4 or 5 finals here. Jian has to be thinking to himself, how long can I keep this up against Frost, who is generally regarded as the fittest badminton player in the world. Frost took that one out because Jian is true.
That's one of the toughest things to come. Second decision, but they're going to hit the thing.
The China section here. I would look for the Danes to come back with the China road. There are a lot of them here.
And so rolls across the country to the
He was expecting a net shot, but he still held back a little bit. What happened was he put the net shot away. He hits a good net shot. He's still back a little bit. He expects it. It was just 2 or 3 inches high, but he's still held on the floor.
I think more than physically it helped him. He had a chance to sit back and say, what is going on here?
Yes, that's right. It's almost as if he relaxed too much after the first game. Satisfied that he kept his opponent up there long enough. What Jian has to be thinking is that if he gets to 10, anybody can win. 2 or 3 quick points, a couple taps. But he didn't get much on it. 2
serving 4.
And staying with the dump serve. Fast staying with the smash down the middle of the court. Doesn't seem to get in any trouble that way. And it gets the board into play. Beautiful return by Frost. Down the backhand within 6 inches of the line. His return was, and you missed the smash. Right side sides at 8, whoever reaches 8 first, Peter. Another exchange of short, sharp shots at the net there. With a neutral result. Now the smash.
Championship game here at the World Championships. Men's singles play. We're looking fast to Denmark against Chinaman in China. 5-3 across the legs.
He was there, expected a smash or a clear from Hamlin and not getting to the net. There's that controlled net. Good cross-court return by Hamlin. This is a terrific rally.
I let the crowd explode up to this point. Very good point.
This is probably a key rally. Frost is still moving very quickly. He seems almost tireless.
It's been an almost point of this match.
Oh, that was on the line. Frost had let it fall. There's that cross-court smash that he loves. They just can't seem to do it to each other. There it goes again. Oh, cross-court smash. Picks up the middle of the rally here. It's a cross-court. That's short. He hits a cross-court. The only place in the court that Hamlin couldn't have reached it. After these two are finished here, Peter, this is a very, very difficult match. I'm sure I can't keep this up for the rest of the third game, and I'll see a few quick points. Two players like this are evenly matched, have all the equipment. USA Frost, he's got every shot in the book. Smash out down, it's a winner because it had a short clear. It always seems to come down to brains and guts. Late in the third game, they're very equal in other aspects. They're both very brainy players.
the switch ends at 8 points in the third and deciding game, which has just taken place as Han of China and Morten Frost of Denmark contest the World Badminton Championship at the Saddle Dome in Calgary, Alberta. I'm Peter Young, along with Jerry Paulson, presenting this special on CTV today. And just across the country, I think, Jenny, will be released if we wouldn't wish the fighters to have to say absolutely. Peter, thank you. Has to get some cheap points here. He can't win around rallies. It just takes too much to win a rally. He needs some quickness up top. He needs fast to make the mistakes. Backward, he can reach 12 or 13 of the dangerous. Frost didn't have much success in the second game on that side of the court. That's right. It seems to be his bad side. I think the sides are exactly the same. Big backhand by Frost, but it's short. You see, Jian is not to the back of the court. He smashes it quickly, not giving Frost time to react. Frost is saying, I've got to keep the rallies going here. A short rally gives Jian heart that he can make it through to 12 or 15. Quickly's into the force Frost to continue to smash it. Goes in and just simply directs it at the body. Anywhere else and Frost would have had a chance to swing. Change it. Morten Frost asks for and receives permission to go and wipe his face. That was a tired shot, the last one where Frost hit it into the net. He seemed to take a bad step. Very nice. Sounds really good win out here. What a super facility this is. I thought they built it just for badminton. For a number of sports, including the Olympic Games, but it is the finest facility in the world I've ever seen. Drop shot to the net. It looks like return, smash twice to win the rally. You haven't seen it yet, but the international flavor is really coming out here in this championship matchup as the people choose sides because they know they're going to support. The first game has been Jian's net play, which has been sparkling. I doubt if he's lost a net rally. He's rolled the board 3 or 4 times, and that's all. First time I've ever seen Morten Frost with his hands on his hips. They both have to be tired now. As I say, it comes down to brains and butts.